This week, we're establishing a baseline of your skills by testing your raw talent. It's something that can't be learned or faked. You either have raw talent or you don't. To test your raw talent in this challenge, you must create a tattoo of a skull. It's up to you to use the common skull to show off your artistic style.
All tattooers should be able to draw a skull. The raw talent aspect of this would be who can make this job stand out, who can impress the judges with their own style and really hit it out of the park.
All right, guys, these are your clients.
Smells like death.
Freezing in here. I don't eat pork. I don't want to smell it, let alone tattooing it. But I signed up for this. I'll put my gloves on, and I'm gonna get to work.
A lot of people in their apprenticeships use pigs to learn how to tattoo. It gives an artist a chance to really kind of learn how to pull a line on skin.
If I could take this chance to get an advantage over these guys, like, I gotta get the advantage.
Oh my god, we have an hour and a half. This is a pig, it's not human flesh, it's completely different, so this is not good at all.
It's time to cowgirl up, I guess.
These are real artists. We have museums that people go and look at the works of art that great artists have done. The general public doesn't realize that a guy on the subway is walking around with just as impressive works of art on his body that in many ways are much more difficult to pull off. Machines down. Get ready for the judges to come around to critique your work.
I envision it lighter, but even the lightest tones go in there and just go dark right away.
Your outline came in pretty sharp, though.
Thanks, man.
Heather.
Clearly, color was the way to go. I made the wrong choice. I couldn't get past the cold, that's for sure.
I actually really like the use of color on this.
It's definitely solid. Black shading.
Yeah.
James.
Good use of space on this one.
And those flowers are just shading, no outline, is that right? That's cool.
Slight hints of color to bring it out.
Tommy.
Spur of the moment idea.
Man, yep. I gotta tell you, man, that was all improv, man. I never tattooed on pigskin. That's weird.
Jeremy.
So you went full color? Oh, yeah. Pretty good depth in the shading.
I went into this thinking that I was going to blow everybody else away. But seeing everybody else's pig tattoos shows me that this is going to be a fight to the finish, and everybody's bringing the top quality work.
All right, Leah. Composition-wise, it really came through a lot better in the end. Like, you really added all the finishing touches on and brought it together.
B-Tat.
So you went pretty big on this one.
Yeah. Really didn't get a good outline on it. I don't do too many skulls.
Affliction. It's definitely unique. So you definitely injected a little bit of yourself in this one. All right, Billy.
I gotta say the no outline worked in this situation. It's graphic as hell.
Billy's skull, it's small. There's no detail. It's kind of like a sticker. He just took the easy way out and just packed some color into a small-ass skull.
Billy Vegas and Shane O'Neill are definitely a threat to me. Very talented, all-around artists. I know right away I need to get rid of those guys.
The one particular tattoo impressed us the most. That was Josh's.
I'm happy coming out of the gate. I feel like I'm gonna be the one that people are trying to gun for now, which also could be a bad thing, but we'll see.
Today, you will battle it out on skin in a flash tattoo face-off. Flash tattoos are pre-made art, hung on the walls of tattoo shops.
It's flash. It's made to be quick. That's why it's called flash. It's done in a flash.
You will be divided into 2 rounds of 6 and have 90 minutes to tattoo a flash design drawn by Oliver and Chris. All right, guys, skull and top hat. You have 90 minutes and your time begins now.
It's toe-to-toe. You're doing the exact same thing right next to each other. That's a real competition.
A majority of the shops that I've worked at are street shops. People come in, pick flash, and you slap it on them. So I'm pretty much in my element today. It's like asking a monkey to climb a tree.
I'm gonna bring the magic in.
Every opportunity I've ever had in my career to do color, I do it. I have a lot more fun with it. If there's any time that I need to win a flash challenge, it's now.
Color is my thing. I love color. Everybody here is going to be able to do a kick-ass job. My job is just to do it a little bit better.
15 minutes left.
Remember what they said, how your colors blend. If you make that top hat solid black, Nick.
He's a magician, it's gotta look black, punk. I'm just doing it my way.
Nick thinks he knows everything, and he's just a young, stupid idiot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, time's up, no more ink. Nick.
Although I've never seen a green skull, you made it work. The one critique I have is I don't like the dice. Kind of like a geometric, boxy look.
You try to get fancy and make those dice see-through, which throws it off.
Sebastian?
If you're gonna go with that strong of a yellow highlight on the top of the hat, should have had a lot stronger highlight on those dice. We want to be able to see more color than more black.
Mark.
I know it's a color challenge, but I don't think you needed to go wall to wall. You actually packed so much purple into one little area. A little skin break on it would have made it pop so that the hat didn't look so done and the skull looked so undone.
Lalo.
I'm not too high on just so many different colors.
The background green leaves a hard edge instead of letting it be soft.
I always look for my backgrounds to have a geometric shape so it's solid.
But it makes too harsh of a square shape around it.
Sarah.
The color that's in there is solid. The dice are really smooth. The transition's nice. The banner's really clean. I love the black in the hat. I love that you didn't do a bunch of color in there.
Jesse.
The only complaint I have is that you used the same color in the face you did in a banner. You missed the mark because they're so similar in such a small area.
The judges have decided that the winner of round 2 is Sarah. Each one of you has a history of bad blood with another artist. Now it's time to prove which one of you is the better artist.
My rival has no chance in this.
For your first elimination tattoo, the person you hate the most is the one person you need the most. Because today, you must tattoo with your rival. And you'll be judged as a team. Your canvases are completely open, so the style and subject are completely up to you and your rival to decide. You will be judged on all of the skills essential to tattooing.
I really like the samurai theme. I think it would be really cool.
It would be. He just doesn't have anything else oriental, though.
Caroline and I have worked at the same shop for the past 2 years. She likes to talk a lot of and then act nice to my face when really she's just jealous that I do better tattoos than her.
Black and gray. It'd be good to go along with the rest of his black and gray.
I'm not loving it. I'm not going to tattoo her idea. I've been tattooing for 5 years, and I'm known for realism and color. If we did Japanese, I think it would be easier to blend our styles together.
Julia's fake. Even that voice that she uses, that's fake. She should respect me because I have more experience in this industry than she does. My specialties are fine line, realism, cover-up, and Celtic work.
Just remember, we gotta do it in 6 hours.
Caroline and Julia.
This tattoo doesn't give us a lot to go on. It's a messy design and it looks light and feathery and scratchy.
This tattoo needed a stronger outline. The little bit of outline that is there is not complete, they don't connect, and it's pretty shaky. These skulls look like they're made out of rubber. They don't look hard, they don't look rigid, and they don't look realistic.
If you want to show off and impress, this isn't the way.
In every elimination tattoo, you will always be tattooing head-to-head with at least one other artist. Today, you must all tattoo the same subject on the same body part. You must tattoo a skull on your canvas's head.
I know from firsthand experience, getting your head tattooed is no fun.
It's crazy, dude.
I just hope these canvases are prepared to go through some pain.
Someone's gonna have a headache. The surface of the head is round and irregularly shaped. A skull is one of the most iconic tattoo designs, but making it flow and fit with the contours of the head is a true test of your placement skills.
Okay, dude. Let's tattoo, man. I'm really feeling the pressure of this competition. I am not ready to go home. I don't give a If I'm going downward spiral, I'm gonna go right back the up and I'm gonna win. Forgive me if I don't talk too much, dude. I'm trying to win. I'm gonna prove to everyone that Jason Clay Dunn is here to battle. I can do this. How's that, bro?
It's a walk in the park, man.
You all right?
Yeah, man.
I just keep telling myself I'm a badass.
I've honestly, not tattooed a lot of heads.
The tattoo's coming out better than I expected, and the colors are really popping against his skin.
It's a cool piece. I love tattooing the head.
My biggest motivation is my 3 kids. My family is everything to me. I plan on coming home and hugging them with a big check in my back pocket.
You and Eric kind of did the same tattoo. You guys use the same stencil?
It doesn't even matter if Don looked at my design because I know he's not going to be able to execute it nearly as cleanly as I do. Don just signed his own death warrant by doing this tattoo. It just looks like
What the? That hurt. No, you're good, man. It's needles. It's gonna hurt.
We're down to 7 artists. The stakes are high right now. I'm gonna bring all of my abilities and I'm gonna stay so focused that there's no stopping me.
For my own personal selfish reasons, I want you to have the best tattoo today.
Hey man, me too. God, I just want to win.
Clean. Let's start with you.
Well, Clean, I like the placement of this tattoo. It fills up the whole area, the top of the head. You got a lot of nice tones and shades to black, to the brown, to the bronzy yellow. I think plays really well against this gray shading in the skull.
I really like the fact that you took the time to add all kinds of different little details and intricate design elements. You added so much to this design to make it really unique and cool.
Thank you.
Jason.
It definitely doesn't look like a skull. It kind of looks like a latex mask.
Okay, I can see that because a lot of these old skulls, they had like skin, they were like mummified.
This has to be clear. You have to make this stuff readable. You have a lot of areas in this where you just need it to go a lot lighter. The forehead's more deep set than the eyes and the nose, and this tattoo from a distance is hard to read.
Don. How do you feel about the canvas you got?
My canvas was an absolute maniac. His main reason for this tattoo was he wanted to piss people off.
If he wanted like badass, I feel like any other color but green would have made it stand out.
What color would you have chose?
Something else, not green.
The big thing for me is you have 2 different looking tattoos. You have one that's very textured and one that's very smooth. So you have a very slick skull from eyes down and very textured skull on the top. That throws your composition of your design, your drawing element off. You gotta make all that stuff match. Don't do 50-50.
Eric.
You got a lot of nice detail. I think it's very smooth. I think it's very tough, very evil-looking tattoo. I love the crisp, sharp areas of the horns, and I think the placement is great.
The eyes are the single best part of this tattoo because people always say that they have eyes in the back of their head. He literally has them tattooed on the back of his head. It's a pretty solid tattoo.
All right, guys, who had the best tattoo of the day?
Cleanest tattoo is Clean's.
If I had to wear one, I'd wear Aaron's. If I had to vote on placement, I'd go with Clean.
I really like Eric. I love the detail with the horns. It's solid.
Final answer.
Clean.
Eric.
I'll go with Clean. Winner of best tattoo of the day is Clean. Jason and Don. Any one of you could be justifiably eliminated. Jason, you're here because the human canvas jury determined that you had the worst tattoo of the day.
Through the layman's eyes of art, they probably wouldn't understand a design like this. If it's unrecognizable to them, right away, they're just gonna pick that one.
Whether it's from the canvas point of view or from the judge's point of view, this tattoo is hard to read.
At the end of the day, you put bells and whistles into something that, quite frankly, should have been simple.
I go up and I go down. This was one of my downs, I'll have an up. I honestly feel that I'm as good or better than any of these artists sitting here.
Don.
Your drawing is not up to par to win this thing. It doesn't say that you know how to draw a skull. It doesn't say that you know how to shade a skull.
I mean,
this drawing
I think
does
I'm
not have,
on the
hold
rise.
on. Yeah, but
I'm on the rise, and he has a history of drawing tattoos that you can't read. Every tattoo I do gets better and better.
When are you on the rise?
Every tattoo I do has gotten better and better.
No, you're not on the rise.
Yours are getting worse and worse.
No, right. You have been consistently in the bottom the whole time. I'd rather put my money on a guy like me that's been high and low than a guy who's been consistently down.
D'Angelo, let me ask you, as a competitor, what's better, to ride the middle or to have highs and lows?
Riding the middle only gets you average. Riding the highs and lows, you want to have more highs than lows, so therefore you come out on top.
The judges have decided. Don, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
Don, you have not blown me away with a drawing. How can you be Ink Master?
Please pack your machines and close shop. We are surrounded by authentic airplanes from World War I and World War II. During that time, the American traditional style became increasingly popular. Colors were limited, so tattooers relied on heavy use of black to create strong contrast. And once again, for this elimination tattoo, you will be competing head-to-head with your master or apprentice. Tattooing the same subject. Canvases who want a skull and dagger.
St. Mark and Ryan.
Where do you want to go with your tattoo?
On my right thigh.
Left calf.
I'm going to choose the calf.
Oh man, look at how deliberate he is all of a sudden.
Look at that, man.
Look at this guy.
The tattoo that I'm doing is straight sarcasm.
There's some nice lines there.
Thank you. That's what they asked for. It's protocol, buddy. Judges want black. They want lines. They're getting a lot of goddamn lines and a lot of goddamn black on top of black.
St. Mark, you went head-to-head with Ryan.
The skull, it's very stylized and kind of rocky. It's just not heavy.
The dagger seems overdone while the skull seems underdone. It just doesn't smack of traditional.
Ryan.
This thing is just weird, man. Where I think you went totally haywire on this tattoo is basically just coloring this thing solid black.
Just trying to take things down quite a few notches from what I normally do. Not put style into it, just go simple.
Everything is black, and it's going to get blacker as it gets older. It's got nowhere to go.
The two things we're judging for today, traditional and legibility. St. Mark's is far and above on both those points.
St. Mark.
Same here.
Winner of this head-to-head challenge is St. Mark.
Coming into a huge battle right now. I have stayed up all night researching biomechanical skull art, and I've come in prepared as I can. I'm about to do the best biomechanical skull anyone's ever seen, and I don't even know what that's supposed to look like.
Keep this line on the teeth and the side of the jaw thicker than this one.
Okay, because it's in the background.
Yes.
It might not be pretty, but I think it's definitely badass.
I actually like the color study, and there's some elements in there I dig.
Sweet. Now
Every
let's see if I can.
You surprise me.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm like that ring in the Cracker Jack box. Austin's gonna be so embarrassed when a watercolor artist beats him at a dude tat.
You dialed in?
Got as dialed as I can get it, my friend. I have zero experience with biomechanical skulls, but I have tons of experience with skulls. I feel like this is more a shot at Stacy than it is me, because there's no watercolor in biomechanics. That's one rule I know. Bye-bye, Stacy.
All right, Stacy and Austin, you have 6 hours to tattoo a biomechanical skull assigned by Christian. Your time starts now.
All right.
Come over here.
Over here.
Let's coach the out of these guys.
It's gonna be so bitchin' when it's done, bro.
Can't wait. Austin and Stacy going head-to-head is a perfect call. They have both showed weaknesses in this competition, and it should be interesting.
It's set up as fair as it can be set up.
Oh, it's apples to apples.
Biomechanical, it's something that's so technical and so loose at the same time. You can always tell when somebody doesn't do biomechanical and is trying, because it screams, I don't know what I'm doing.
Austin, get a marker and mark the center line.
Well, see, I wasn't trying to put it center line, but I get where you're going. I get it.
Why would you not put it center line?
I kind of like the little wrap in the front, but hey, not what I like.
What you like got you in this spot.
You're right about that.
This could be anybody's game.
You ready?
Do it.
This really sucks right now because no matter what, I'm losing one of my team members. But at the same time, I need to help both of them because I need the strongest tattooer to stay in this competition.
Hair. Can you clip it so that some of my hair stop falling forward?
What am I doing?
Take the clip out and then clip more of my hair back.
Maybe hairdressing is a new option for you.
It's so funny, Christian, because your tattoos aren't all that.
Well, they were good enough to beat you, weren't they?
Run your mouth. That's all you do is run your mouth.
I run my machines way up better than you do.
Bull.
I was in a dark place before I started tattooing. I did drugs, I was living on the streets. In all honesty, tattooing saved my life.
Glad I'm not doing biomech. It's a tough style.
It's a very tough style. But I'm doing it, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure this is not my last tattoo in this competition.
I didn't know any better, I'd say you were a tattooer right now.
Shut up.
There might be some hope for this one.
A lot of people think that everything in my life has been handed to me, which isn't true. I've worked so hard to be where I am. I was raised in the South in a very Southern Baptist home. I am a Christian, but I also knew at like 16 I wanted to be a tattoo artist, and I had a girlfriend at 15. These things contradict, but they are who I am. I mastered fighting the adversity. I'm gonna fight till the end.
Yeah, you're gonna have a new specialty when you leave here.
Biomech watercolor, that could be cool.
4 hours left, Stacy and Austin. 4 hours left.
What do you need, Austin?
Trying to open my white.
Are you using white right now?
No, but it's part of my mixing for the gray.
What gray?
That the whole thing's made out of. You think it's gonna be that Easter egg color? No. I just needed that to see where my colors were gonna go.
Okay. Should have known to bring my spacesuit today, because you just blew me out of the atmosphere.
I like the Easter colors.
Austin does not have a clear game plan. He does not have a clear sight on the end goal of this tattoo.
Anything up yet?
Okay, good. Stacy is really making sure that she has a path and that she is maintaining that path from start to finish.
Hey, where's your light source coming from? Straight on or like above?
I didn't really have a light source on this one.
That's not a good plan. You should always have a light source.
No, it's totally okay.
Stacy, if you knew what you were doing, you wouldn't be down here either, fool.
Okay.
You are head-to-head, it's life or death. I cannot believe Austin's not prepared for this tattoo.
You're kind of kicking his ass right now. Good. He's like talking so much to me. I haven't said anything mean to him. I'm like, you know what? I don't have to run my mouth. I'm just gonna tattoo.
What do you think?
I don't think this is how any of us expected this to go.
I didn't think he was going to be snowballed. Bottom line, our team needs a solid tattooer because we got to start taking these jackasses out of here.
Based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. Let's see how you did. Austin.
I like the shape, I like the design. The details of the actual skull itself are really cool. The shape of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth that really tell the skull part of the story.
I do like the appeal of this tattoo. I like the color play quite a bit. Using the hot and cold color palette like you did was a smart play.
The biggest missed opportunity in this tattoo is putting some heavy areas of black. These deep set areas, instead of going from a light gray to the color, should go from solid black to the color to really show the dimension of these pieces taking shape. As far as the biomech part, I do wish it had more of the bio feel.
It looks very stiff. The biomechanical aspect became a beveled, hard, kind of shaped image. It doesn't have a lot of that real bio feel to it, more like alien-esque.
I went more mechanical for sure.
This tattoo has an appealing look to it at first glance. I just don't look at it as a confident tattoo and really understanding biomechanics.
Stacy. You really swung for the fences here with this design. You did try to show us some organic elements in this piece. Certainly with some of the detailing you put in the spikes, in the center of the nose, under the eye socket with the repetitive bone pattern. It looks like there is more of an organic bio feel happening here.
It was interesting to step out of my comfort zone and definitely try something I've never even thought I would try.
For me, you do better in bio than you do in a skull. From the nose down, it just looks like somebody went with putty and just smeared this thing down, and then it's got a perfect set of veneers. It's all gnarly everywhere, and then he's got these pretty little choppers. It doesn't flow.
Just the dynamics of the skull itself are really lackluster. But you have a lot more interesting texture in your pieces. You have multiple colors, multiple tones. It does have a bony texture. It doesn't just look like a piece of metal I cut out on a jigsaw. It actually looks like a bone that grew into a shape. I really think that you have some shining moments in this tattoo.
You did good. You did good.
Clean. You had to put these two up for elimination. This is your team. How you feeling about this?
I mean, it sucks. Obviously, I want the best tattooer on the team. I think the tattoos both have some good qualities. Stacy's, I think, looks a little cleaner, and I didn't really help her do much. Austin's, the outline is a little wonky from top to bottom. And yeah, I mean, everybody chimed in way more on Austin's end to get to this point right now.
Stacy definitely had a better plan going into it because she had this color rendering and she followed it step by step.
If we're looking at it from a team perspective, we had to spoon feed a lot of what Austin did to Austin.
They helped me out a lot, and I'm not gonna deny that one bit.
We are still in a competition as well. If this was a tattoo challenge where we were all having to tattoo, then a lot of our energy might have been exasperated helping one individual, which could ultimately take away from ourselves.
Austin, did you not have a plan?
I had somewhat of a plan. I ended up changing my color palette, because I should have drawn this on paper.
Being prepared to do any work in your life is the key to succeeding at the work you do. You can't just come in without having yourself ready for that job.
All right, guys, time to decide who's going home. I see shining moments in both, and I see deficiencies in both, but I think that Stacy hit more of the biomech.
Remember that it's not a biomech challenge, it's a biomech skull challenge.
When you're gonna do a biomech skull, what do you do first? Start with the skull. Look at Austin's, it looks like you started with the skull and added to it. The skull and Stacy's, there's things that don't make sense where they're coming from.
Your vote to go home.
I vote for Stacy.
Stacy.
The judges have decided, Stacy, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Stacy, I have tremendous amount of respect for you and for anybody who steps into this arena. But I think that you have done amazing in terms of showing us progress.
Yeah.
So stay on that trajectory.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
You did good, kid.
Thanks, Coach.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
Bye.